Alright guys, Joey, see something. Okay, you guys have a do now on the board. Yesterday we talked about the water cycle. So what are the three processes involved in the water cycle? We talked about three things that happen during the water cycle. Oh, thank you so much. What's the first one? What happens? There's a puddle on the ground, and the next day the sun comes out and the puddle's gone. What happens? It evaporates. Thank you, Chanel. That is one of the processes. Evaporation. Then what happens when all the water mist goes up into the sky? It forms what? Condensation. Good. It forms clouds. And then the clouds get very heavy and it rains. And what is that rain called, Tim? Sorry. Precipitation. Yes, sound it out. You have it in your notebook? Sound it out. Precipitation. Good. And precipitation. And since this is a cycle, it happens over and over again, right? This is how we get our weather. Good. Since we talked about the water cycle yesterday, today we're going to get into the rotation of the Earth and how we come up with our seasons and why we have night and day. Okay?
That's something I've always wanted to.
Well, you will learn today. Yes, it does have something to do with the axes. If you guys could copy down the homework and copy down the 4 vocabulary words.
I'm supposed to? Why do you think that's when sun goes down to...
We're going to talk about that today. I have videos to show you as well.
Oh.
And so that didn't work? Okay, so sit down and take out your notebook.
I need a picture ID, not a
Oh, no, okay. So sit down and take out your notebook and get started. No. Sorry, it's not yours. Alright, copy down the vocabulary. You have all the vocab down as well? And you got the homework, okay. 1 more minute, and so I need to get started quickly, okay? Thank you. Alright, let's go over how to say these the vocabulary words. Who can use the first word for me?
Axis.
Did I get a hand raise? Ezra.
Axis.
Axis. Good. The second one, Tyrese.
rotation.
Rotation. And the third one, Dominique. Can you see it? Say this word one more time. Look at it. Orbital. Orbital. Plane. Good. And the last one, Joey?
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere. Excellent. Do any of you know what these words mean before we even start?
Well, I know what it is. I mean, it was one.
Okay.
I think I wrote the hemisphere.
Ezra, where's the hemisphere? The Earth is split into 2 halves. From this line right here, what's the line that goes to the middle of the Earth?
The equator.
The equator, excellent. It creates 2 hemispheres, the northern and the southern hemisphere. A hemisphere is the half of the Earth. We're going to go over that as we read. I want you guys to turn to page 231, 232 in here. Okay?
You said 231?
Yeah, it's a 231-232. Motion of the Earth and the Moon. Yes, please write quickly. And I have a globe so we can demonstrate. There's also video in the back. I can show you some animation of this. Does anyone want to start reading Motions of the Earth and the Moon? Ezra, go ahead. I need you to speak very loud and clear.
With motions of the Earth and the Moon, right?
Yes.
You've noticed at least 2 objects in space since you were small. The Sun and Earth's moon. Let me read that over. You've noticed at least 2 objects in space since you were small. The Sun and the Earth's moon. If you watch the sun or moon for several hours, you will notice that each moves across the sky, which makes it look as if they are moving around Earth. But it is not the sun and moon that are moving in which a short time. It is sorry.
Perfect.
I can't see.
It is.
It is Earth itself.
Good.
You may also have noticed that the shape of the moon appears to change, and the length of daylight and darkness change throughout the year. All of these changes are caused by motions of Earth and its moon.
Good. Rotation. I'm going to read this part. A globe is a three-dimensional model of the Earth. Here we have it. This is a very, very small model of what the Earth looks like. If you look at the globe, you will notice that the Earth spins or rotates on its axis. Earth spins from east to west. Earth's axis is an imaginary line that runs from the North Pole through its center to the South Pole. Let's look at that. We have the Earth. You notice it's not sitting straight up and down like this, right? It's on a tilt. And this line that goes through the middle is what the axis is. Okay? So as the Earth is in space, it is spinning like this. On this axis at this degree. So the sun's over here, and the Earth spins from west to east on its axis. That is not what causes wind. We'll get into that when we talk more about weather. Okay? This is the axis of the Earth, the line that goes through the middle there. And this is how it sits in space, and it rotates like that. No, it's not fast enough for us to feel. We don't feel that we're spinning around, right? Each complete spin around the axis or rotation takes about 24 hours, which marks the length of a day on Earth. So we'll start right here, okay? We're in New York right here. We start, so the sun's over here. This is morning time. This is morning, okay? It spins. The sun stays right here. We are the ones that move. It continues to spin. Now we're all the way over here. Now it's nighttime. We come back around. To get to that exact same point takes 24 hours. 24 hours is the same as one what? Raise your hand. It's the same as what? 1 day. Good, Tyrese. Alright, so the time it takes us to go around one is what 1 day is. Alright? Which is why we have night and day. Half of the time the sun is shining on one side of the Earth, the other half is shining on the other side. Let's get down our definitions for axis and rotation. Who can read the definition for axis for me? Chanel.
It's an imaginary line that runs from its north